Welcome back to Chasing the Dream on Alma, Missouri. We've got our bin opened and just everything moved around. Probably could have moved the trailer to make this all easier, did not. But we're gonna get this hooked up. We're gonna put beans in here next to the peas. Let's see if we can swing this. Should be pretty close, I'd say. So that looks good there. I should, ideally, move this around a little bit by hand. But yeah, lots going on. We had that video the other night released. A lot has gone on since then, and didn't really talk about it in that video because some of it was older taped. I'd been out of it that long. I think how I'm gonna do this now. We're gonna do beans first because I really want us to get down and planting barley in that field, ideally. And I think I might have to plow after I harvest it, so. But yeah, anyway, back to what we're talking about, right? Try not to get distracted here. FS22 is announced. You know, a lot of little details in there. I saw some customization in there, and I don't think too many people picked up on it because nobody's really mentioned it. And you're probably saying, what are you talking about? What customization? And, well, the reality of it is, I think I'm stuck. I noticed they're showing a couple vehicles and stuff in the background. I swear there's custom farm logos on things. They kind of hinted at it. I definitely know, you know, Giants Editor is going to be a whole new, you know, monster to play with, essentially. I really liked it. We'll run up the hill. But that was something that stood out to me. And I know they didn't directly come out and say that they can do that, but I think we might be able to add a little more depth than ever before on vehicles. I think there's more to it than what they're letting on, and I think that's why they kind of, you know, quickly flashed part of the town, and, you know, a vehicle off to the side had a custom sticker on it. You know, I could be overthinking it, but it was just weird that right around that same time they said more to come. So, just my thoughts on that. Which is kind of cool, because, you know, I do a lot of, you know, not so much this series, but especially my offline ones, I customize a lot. My own logos and such. So, it'd be pretty cool if that was the case. What we're going to try to do here is back up without damaging our beans. So I thought the deformity, as they call it, you know, the kind of the mud effects, the rain effects, I get it. You know, we've kind of seen some of those things already, but reality, it's still pretty cool. I guess that's how I would put it. I really didn't set myself up with a good position here. I'll get all this unfolded. We want to make sure I don't hit anything. Probably going to back down into the creek a little bit to get this started. But get a course set up real quick for this as well. But that's just something like I said, I looked at. It's really got me thinking, you know, what are we really gonna see with all this? I think the HUD detail, in a way, I like it. And I kind of feel they went back to that old retro. I feel at one point green. Maybe it's FS13 I'm thinking of. Maybe even before that, the original FS. Uh, just something I'm looking at saying, okay. You know, where that fully holds up in the end, I don't know. But that's just something that, again, I see. And I say, hey, you know, what are the actual possibilities here? I have to remember where we put our grain cart. But that's just something, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, I guess, for the next video release. You know, what more is to it. So on and so forth. But I think, you know, obviously I'm going to have the game. You know, I'm pretty quick to purchase that game. Kind of wish it was like EAFC is for me, where, you know, they send me it, test it out, stuff like that. But I haven't reached that level with Farm Sim, even though I have many hours invested in it. Just have never hit that level, so what are you gonna do, you know? I think we're gonna bring the other truck down. Trying to think which one do I want to pull it with. Let's go to the Peterbilt. But again, like I said, it's, try not to ramble on about it, but it's just something that, you know, I kind of knew it was coming. You know, I know Giants does the best they can to kind of keep it hush hush until they're ready to, you know, kick it in gear with release and info, which is, you know, what they do. They knew FarmCon was coming up. That's always a great avenue for them. So we'll see, but like I said, I'll be first one in line to buy the game. So, and I think, you know, the environment would be pretty cool to see. We'll see how it actually all plays out and such. But definitely something, you know, I'm hoping continues to improve. You know, I feel like the modding side of it, to me it looked like there's more to it now. Or at least that they've added more depth to it, which is pretty good. Yeah, quite the creek running right now. But it's just something, like I said, that stands out to me. That is a key point to me, is that it looks like the game is actually ready to, you know, continue to move forward. I know a lot of people are, well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that, and I don't know. I think they're upset over the wrong things. I know that probably upsets some people, but that's just how I perceive it, is that, you know, they've made changes. The lighting has been a thing for the last 2 farm sims that I know of. When everybody started to get big on it, they've complained about. And you know what? Giants went after it. Giants said, let's improve this lighting. Let's improve the sky. Let's bring a GPS version to console, which is huge. I mean, that's a big thing. Naturally, when I get up here, this guy's got to get unloaded. But, so, again, I see they've made effort, they've made changes, and I know some people will be upset and say, no, they didn't. They did. Alright? There's noticeable changes. You know? And they stepped into another realm of crops. And they're bringing other crops into it. you know, besides rice, you know, we'll see. I think a lot of those premium ones we saw this version of the game. So, but yeah. So to follow up with some things that have actually gone on in this saved game, we got quite a bit of money again. We sold some more fertilizer. Always good when we turn that to market. So that's doing good. Not really selling any of our crops yet. Like I said, I kind of want to get barley in here. I think we'll be able to go right in behind it. Then we'll have time, I think, to... We look at that calendar. I mean, we should be good to plant. We'll be able to harvest barley in June. If we... you know what? We won't be able to. We needed to plant it in September. So that is not an option. One of the things we could do, plant wheat. Really don't want to make that a wheat field. I would love to put soybeans back in there. So I guess we're kind of racing on this field for nothing. In a sense. Or we could do a sorghum next year. Or we could get crazy, put alfalfa in. Which may be what we do. We might end up doing alfalfa bales. Now that I'm kind of thinking, because I'll be able to harvest, put soybeans in right behind it. That'll probably actually be our play now. I think we're going to turn this into an alfalfa field temporarily. And I think that helps us out. So, we'll see. But I think ideally that might be the plan. Now we kind of jumped around and it's really trying to figure out the cycles. I was going to actually edit the cycles. I did not. Obviously I've been away for about 2 months. I think somebody said the other day. I know there's a few people in a Discord that I'm in that are pretty excited to see some action back from the channel. So I appreciate you guys. We're going to try something different. We're going to try coming in this door and seeing if I can swing. Even though this is with a larger tractor. I think I can still navigate it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and there we go. We hit the barrier. Let's get these guys topped off. One thing I would like farmers to do is you'd be able to get out one door or the other. So if you know, you can pick the side you want to get out. Like I get it. This side's got steps. But so doesn't this side. So why can't I navigate that way? Alright, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Still floating. We'll shut that one. We need to go up to the bale barn and remove some bales while we're waiting. And I'm hoping, you know, Pleasant View Farms, they made it a little easier for him to bring some of his stuff over because he does an unbelievable job. Yeah, let's put 25 down there for now. It must be getting pretty low. 379. So we still got quite a bit. We'll just keep using that up. And there we go. You know what? I'm gonna shut that door. We'll go back out this way. Grab some of these bales. And make sure they're good on straw. This is what I do with this farm, or this barn I should say. And as you can see, the cows like to just come in here and rip through it all. think we're topped off. So we're gonna leave the rest of the bales there. Barnyard filling up. Only 23 in here right now, but we should be seeing some numbers by next year filling right up. But they're good for now. We'll have to go unload again. I should by now be able to hopefully start unloading again shortly if the yield is good. A terrible job backing up. Leave that right there for now. So we've got our... Well, we might be able to get one more cut of grass in, I think. But that'll be something else we gotta kinda keep an eye on. That shed's never been that empty. It's crazy. What I might do is put a lot of these in there. All our trailers and everything. Alright. We'll drive this across the riverbed, creek bed. There he is. Unloaded down at the other end. Kind of set him up to being out. Now let's go get the rest of this one. I should top this off for me. Goes pretty quick with that header. A lot of corn to do too. So this episode will be quite a bit going on. Probably a little bit longer than the normal episode, even though I know it's been a while, but let's see. Leaving me soy. I forgot I had that on. I was like, oh yeah, headlands didn't do nothing, but now he's leaving some windrows, some pretty good sized windrows. I'd say the yield overall though is not bad. I mean, what is it saying roughly that we'd be at? Crop rotation was perfect. 89%. 5.7 to a hectare. Well, so we'll get this all done and then we'll be back. Alright, so we got the soybean harvest all done. I think I'll drive this across before we really start going on this. I think I should be able to start it. The baler's already done. Wow, got flew around there. Let's get this header unfolded. We'll see. We're decent working with here. And about 9 meters. Already says it, 9.1. Alright, so clear that. Thought we were close enough. Be interesting to see how much corn we get off this field. Forgot we never had we never bought a corn header for this, so I had to go run to town and do that real quick. That was 90,000. So yeah, that was fun in a way. Looks like it's pretty well navigated. We're gonna go first point. For some reason it wants to go all through the process again, but that is what it is. Did we empty this? No, we did not. So we'll jump in over here. Get the engine fired up. Come on, I definitely fired you up. I'll drive this over the belt. And it looks like from over here my auger slid already. Not good. So we'll see if maybe we can get that to work. Put the beans down in here. Just because we should bring them to town like we did last time, but we did lose out a little bit of money on that. And try not to do that. Gonna climb gears here or what? I swear at random times it's like my trucks can't move on this. And I think both times it's been around the fall. We don't get dynamic tires or anything on like that. So yeah, see that's sliding now. Backs up fine. And now our next problem is we don't have this on. There we go. It's always one thing over another. We'll run down here because what we're going to actually do is drive this cart up. I'm going to shut this guy off for now. Just to acknowledge the worker. Yeah, we're going to go dump this in here and then go chase some corn. It's not that deep. I always say that, but I feel like it's never that deep. Could be tight. Yeah, we navigated it. Dump the beans out of there. Switch the gates over. And we will unload. Just over one truckload of beans. So the yield wasn't as great as we thought. It'll be interesting to see what the numbers come out as. Hopefully this corn up here comes out better. Want to get that header moved out of the way as well. The next thing we do, now we're done with this. Get those. Could have enough soybean bales now to have a full truckload too. I think we could go sell somewhere. Look at the price after. Bring this around and give this a wash down. But yeah, it's crazy to think. Year 4, crop's about to be done. Come a long way. Not as far as like Lego Farms and Sim Station and those guys and Fender. They've done an unbelievable job. Those guys are like deep into it. Fender I think's in like the double digits now maybe per season. It's just kind of crazy. And he does it all on console, which is even crazier. He's probably more pumped for FS25 than anybody else though, knowing that he's going to have finally more options and opportunities with console. So it's pretty cool to see that. Pretty excited for those guys. That. Let's go run down over here. Probably jump on down. We need to bring that truck back over there too. We're going to need that in the cornfield. Obviously. Duh. Yeah, I still can't believe I didn't buy a corn hunter yet. I know I was saying I was saving up money or something for it, but... We're all done with that system as well. here. Wonder how far he made it a second time around. Hoping he didn't make a full lap. Because that would mean our yield is in rough conditions. Honestly, what I might do, I might have him build directly into this first time. Just to kind of give us some room. Because we got to go back this way anyway. Go. Let him throw some corn in here for us. Perfect. Now we're waiting on that. Let's go up to... I hope I get off that menu. Grind legs. Input is going to the wet bin. Wet bin is empty. Can move that over to storage bin. Output state. Does it have dried corn and dried oats in there? 3,000, 4,000 bushels. That can't be right. We don't have dried corn in there. Corn, dried corn, dried corn, dried corn. I don't see any. There's the rye. Yeah, I don't see. So I'll go into the wet bin. Storage output 3, we don't want. That's right shift. Small 7 ring says it has oats in it. Also not true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go storage bin 2. Says we have dried corn. I don't believe it. We'll see in a second. But I don't believe it. There's dried corn in that. For now. Supposed to be filling up pretty good. Alrighty. So yeah, that's pretty much, our plan for the fall. I'll see winter will fly by. That always goes pretty quick for us, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'd say we're in good shape. I think, we take a look at the crop. I mean, even the cattle right now, we're in pretty good shape. They're down to 80,000 already. So we're going to have to bring them some more silage. They're eating pretty quick. What do we got here? That's good. So it's weird that it's not detecting that I have any corn. Soybeans, 1,800 bushels. Seeds, 2,400 bushels. Good there. Straw, we got plenty of yards of that. I wonder if it'll say I have corn down here. Slurry, 9,000 gallons. We're getting up there. Manure, 167 yards. We're going to have quite a bit to burn through. Peas, 4,500. See, it's not going to say we have dried corn because it also says we don't have rye, and we know there's a lot of rye in there. But we could see the rye on it. We just don't see it. It's Just really weird that it's telling me we don't have that, but it's showing me that we have corn. I'm pretty sure I remember us selling dried corn. But anyway, soybean straw, it's $41. We got quite a bit of it. Make about 22 grand. It is what it is. I'm fine with it. Gets rid of them. We don't use them for anything. We've just been storing them across in the barnyard. So we'll do that. But I think ultimately, while we're finishing up this corn harvest, that will be our ending point of this episode. I was going to do one a little bit longer, but I think, you know, we can kind of maybe finish this up next episode or off camera and then get into some of the conservation methods we're going to use out here. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, supporting the channel. And a lot of you are pretty excited to see videos being posted again. So I thank you guys for that support. Till next time, Farmer Taz out.